So, Mr. Dehamian, his email address is brielleparismommy at
Um,
gmail.com.
that's the last one that we have, for him, Judge.
Okay, so he gave you the email address brielleparismommy at gmail.com.
That's what he provided the state.
Okay, you may proceed.
Well, Your Honor, before I do that, I also would like, Judge, for you to take judicial notice of the DNA testing, the DNA results e-filed in this case for both children.
Don't believe
Dania,
that you filed, but let me, I've gone through a lot of other cases in the break, so let me get the case pulled up again. DNA tester, oh, there it is. Okay, I take judicial notice of the DNA testing result for Dania, which shows
Devea.
Dania?
Devea and Denia.
Denia. Okay, so I take judicial notice of the testing report for Denia, which shows the probability of paternity as 0. And I take judicial notice of the DNA testing report for Devea that shows Mr. Vales cannot be excluded. And I guess while we're doing housekeeping, I believe we started this hearing once before, and there was an issue with a protective order that we didn't have a copy of.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
only see 2 exhibits, and I'm not looking at them, but I see that one's notice and one is retro. So do we have a copy of the protective order? Are we ready to proceed?
so Your Honor, the protective order, for, Ms. Pennington, I can elicit testimony during, trial, Your Honor.
Okay, but you have enough information to proceed today?
Yes, that will be resolved. The protective order will be resolved.
Okay, I just want to make sure we don't spend a whole lot of time on money and then get stuck again.
Yeah. And I'll do that first.
Okay, thank you.
So Judge, I'll read into record. So for, to adjudicate, Mr. It's agreed that to adjudicate Mr. Vales as the father, of Devea, based on the DNA results, that the name for Devea stay Vales, Vales, that the conservatorship be sole managing conservatorship. Health and dental for the child is through government health plan, and for Ms. Pennington to apply and maintain this plan, and for Mr. Vales to pay $35 a month as cash medical. The child support is going to be based on minimum wage. The gross here in Texas a month is $1256.67 a month. With the $35 a month credit for its cash medical, 1 child herein, 0 children outside. That would bring guideline child support based on minimum wage at $225 a month. Non-disclosure for Ms. Pennington. The geographic be Galveston and contiguous counties. App close and court costs as billed, pay by June 2, 2026. And I call Ms. Pennington first. Ms. Pennington, did you hear and understand what the agreements I read into the record?
Yes, sir.
And are you in agreement as to those provisions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Ms. Pennington, we did start this hearing prior, as the judge said, and one of the issues was the protective order. Isn't that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this protective order was gotten because terroristic threat charges were filed against Mr. Vales. Isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
And since then,
Like who's Mr. Dehamian? I never saw it. I don't really know much about it. So can you give more details on that, please? Like who was the terroristic threat against? Who filed? Okay. I'm lost. I'm just lost.
Yes, yeah, I'll break it down, Judge. So Ms. Pennington, was anything filed against Mr. Vales?
It was filed by the Texas City Police Department for him and his girlfriend Brianna Pines.
Okay, was it some type of criminal charge that was filed against Mr. Vales?
Terroristic threat for with intentions of bodily and serious bodily injuries.
Okay, and it was filed against Mr. Vales and his girlfriend, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And who was the victim of this terroristic threat?
I am. Destiny Pennington.
Okay. Now, the was a protective order issued as well to protect you?
Yes, between both parties, Brianna
Okay.
and Darrellville's.
Okay. Now, what's happened to Mr. Vales's criminal case, the terroristic threat against you?
After the last hearing, when I tried to get the protective order, I called down to the DA office and they told me that they tried to contact me, but whenever all that happened, I did change my phone number and everything, and they were only had enough evidence against the girlfriend to keep the charges because they had the recording of her actually threatening me, and he was just in the background, but what he said in the background, he wasn't threatening, so they couldn't keep charges on him, and they dropped the charges on him and kept the charges on the girlfriend because they had the recording. Actually, they hear her threatening me, but since they couldn't get no contact with me, they had to drop it on him.
Okay. So just to clarify, are you saying that the terroristic threat that was charged against Mr. Vales has been dismissed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And since the terroristic threat, the charge has been dismissed, are you saying that the protective order is gone too?
Yes, sir.
So this was never like a civil protective order or a separate one. It was within that case.
It was with the case of me filing. They did an emergency protective order from both of them because they were coming by my house and around my house, and my landlord even told the Texas City Police Department that they kept coming by my house. So there was an emergency protective order put in place, but since the case got dropped on him, everything with about him went out the door.
So are you saying that there's still a terroristic threat charge?
On Brianna Pines, and it's set for trial in August.
Okay. And just to be clear, she's the girlfriend of Mr.
She's the
Vales.
girlfriend that he lives with.
Okay. And there's still a protective order
Against her, yes, that's still active. Brianna Pines. I just spoke with the DA Thursday
okay.
of last week.
Now, you realize that when the DNA was done, the DNA came back as 0 as to Denia, meaning that he's not the father of Denia. Isn't that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, do you know if an acknowledgement of paternity or some type of document was signed in the past as to Denia?
At the beginning of when he asked for the DNA test, he told the attorney general that he knows that she's not his, but he did sign a knowledge of paternity at the hospital when she was born. The reason why he's not on the birth certificate is because he had just got out of prison and did not have a valid ID to sign the birth certificate, but they did let him sign the knowledge of paternity on her at the hospital.
Did you see him sign an acknowledgement of paternity at the hospital?
Yes, sir, I did.
For which child is this?
For Denia Pennington Vales. She has both our last names.
So the one he's not the father of, you're now thinking has an AOP. Is that what I'm hearing?
He does have an AOP. I was 6 weeks pregnant when I got with him, and he was there the whole time. When he cut the umbilical cord, he was at the hospital,
Okay.
and he signed the knowledge of paternity at the hospital.
Thank you, ma'am. I was more asking Mr. Information.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, your pleadings have never been amended?
Then they were
Ms.
told.
Pennington, this is getting directed more towards Mr. Information.
Okay.
Because you didn't file anything, and the AG's office has their pleading on file, and that's all I see. And you obviously didn't find the AOP when you filed this. even though if it was at the hospital, we're talking like 2015, so 9 years ago, or 8.5 years ago when you filed.
Mhm.
I'm not sure what you're asking me to do without amending the pleading.
Well, Judge, we couldn't find an acknowledged paternity, but I wanted to get facts on the record that she saw him sign one.
I'm not sure what I can do with that without, you all have access to the AOP filing system. And at this point, there's no pleading on file to overturn an acknowledgement of paternity. That's a different lawsuit. I'm not sure what I can do with, I think you're getting into the weeds of something that's not on file at this point, Mr. Damnation.
Mhm. Do, we might have to amend the pleadings.
Do you even know if there's an acknowledgement of paternity?
I don't believe there is one. After a diligent search, I couldn't find it.
Well, it's up to you what you want me to do. Per the pleading, I can exclude him. If you want an AOP exclusion, you'll need to amend your pleadings. I'm not sure what you're requesting of me.
I want to go forward, excluding him, Judge.
You may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Now, Miss Pennington, let's keep going with that, with those types of questions. Do you have any safety concerns as to Mr. Vales?
Yes, I do.
And what are your safety concerns?
He's a violent person. I don't want to be around him. I don't want to have no contact with him. We have prior history of domestic violence in our relationship.
Has he struck you in the past, ma'am?
Yes, he has.
How long has it been? In the last 2 years?
It's been since he's been out of prison since 2020. I can't remember the exact date. Probably 2021.
Do you know if he went to prison because he struck you?
No, he went to prison for injuries to a child.
Okay. And which child was that?
It wasn't a child of his. It was just a one of his friends' kids.
Okay. Do you know what he did to the child?
He severely beat him. There was not an inch on his body that didn't have a bruise. Hit him so hard that he had a knot on the back of the head, and the little boy had to go into emergency surgery to release pressure off his brain.
Okay. And he did prison time for that, right?
Yes, sir. He did 5 years.
And then do you know when he got out of prison?
The year 2020. He caught it in 2015 and went to prison. Went to jail in 2015 and got out 2020.
Okay. And was it towards the end of the year in 2020?
Yes.
And that's why you're asking for retroactive child support starting January 1, 2021 to present, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, does he have any other kids?
Yes, sir. He does. He has one other kid.
And do you know if well, how old is that child first?
She's 2.
And do you know if that child lives in his household?
She does not.
And do you know if that child is on, if he's paying child support for that child?
No, he does not.
And how do you know that?
Because I'm in contact with the child's mother, and both my kids, Denai and Devea, both go over to her house and visit with the sister.
Okay. And when during this retro period from January 1, 2021 to present, has he given you any monies to help you raise Devia?
He's only bought her school clothes for a week. He gave me them with no tags and no receipt, but it's only a week worth of school clothes. And I estimated at about $50.
Okay, that's exactly what I was gonna ask you. If you were gonna put a dollar amount to that, you would say it's about $50.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Um. Now you're also asking for app close, because, what kind of relationship do you have right now with him, speaking wise?
We don't speak at all. I don't even know where he's at. I don't have a phone number for him, contact information for him. And I don't, ever since he was threatening me and coming by my house, I have not tried to contact or want to contact him.
And that's why you're asking for app close, right?
Yes, sir.
Um, are you scared to be near him?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. Are you scared that he might try to hurt the child?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what makes you think he's gonna do that?
Because I can't control his anger. He's been having, whenever I was in a relationship with him, he had on paper, he's on an MHNR. He blacks out. That's why he went to jail for injuries to a child.
And let's get to visitation. What kind of visitation are you asking the judge for today?
Supervised visits, if I don't want none, but if I had to, supervised visits.
And where do you want these supervised visits to occur?
At the Tech City Police Department.
You want the visits to occur at the police department?
Yes.
Where, in the parking lot?
Or in the lobby or somewhere where the officer is around.
Okay.
Do you know that if they do that or not? Because
I know in another child support case that you have been on in the past of mine, um, we were meeting at the police department, and that resulted in he attacked me in the parking
ma'am,
lot.
that's not answering the question. I'm not saying that you
I
should
don't.
be with him.
I honestly, I
Contact
don't know,
visits,
but I do know
most
that
police departments do not like have a daycare inside or toys, and it's an adult place. And so I'm not even sure it would be appropriate to have a child inside with dangerous people being brought in, possibly. And I just don't think they offer that service. Do you know that they offer that service?
No, I don't.
And Mr. Damation, did you all look into that when you discussed the case with her in the back?
Your Honor, I've never heard of doing visitation at a
Did
police
you all
department.
discuss other options with her then?
No.
Okay.
I know SAFE program
Do you know
is
if
a
it still
good.
exists?
Um,
There's the Angels one. Did you look into that one?
Angels.
I'm even cool with letting his mom supervise him with her.
Your Honor, can I proceed with?
Unless you found one, no, because someone has to look. So right now it's me. Are you looking for a supervised visitation program, or do you have one picked out? Or do you want to delve into her mother doing it?
Yeah, I was gonna delve into that.
Okay.
Just to
Ma'am,
see
has
if
he
that's
ever
an option.
visited with your child?
I'm sorry?
Has he ever visited with your child?
Yes, through his mom.
And when was the most recent time that happened?
Over a year ago.
You may continue, Mr. Damation.
Ms. Pennington, would you be okay that Mr. Vales's mom supervise these visitations with the child?
Yes, that's fine.
And do you know if she would do that? If she would be?
Yes, she will. I do talk to her every once in a while, and she does go see her grandma. She hasn't been there in a while since the incident happened, but she does call and check on her.
Okay. And would it be okay if it's to have these supervised visits at grandma's house?
Yes, that's fine.
You would be fine with that?
Yes, sir.
You believe that the child will be okay at grandma's house?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And what is the grandma's name?
Katina, Katina, Gordon.
Okay. And would you be okay if the pickup and drop offs would be at grandma's house?
Can that can that be at the police station? I don't want to be around him without the laws around. I'm sorry. I'd rather it be. Can I can do it in the parking lot of a police station?
Okay, so are you saying that you'd feel more safe if the pickup and drop off would be at Texas City Police Department?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What does that mean in practicality? Are you making his mother commit to doing that? Like, are you expecting her to be there, or would it be him? And as you said, you could still get hurt even in their parking lot. So what exactly are you recommending or requesting?
That him and his mother is to pick up the
So his mother
van.
has to be, do you think his mother will be agreeable to coming
Yes.
pickups? Okay.
Yes, she will.
And Ms. Pennington, what kind of visitation are you asking for today? You wanted some type of phase in where he gets so many periods of possession.
You get a supervised, Mr. DeMajor. Unless she thinks it should be anything else.
Okay. So
Are you speaking as into the first, third, and fifth weekend? Is that what you're asking?
Ms. Pennington, so the visits that you're asking for is only supervised visits, right?
Yes.
You're not asking for unsupervised visits.
No, I'm not.
Okay. Now, you're also asking for a non-disclosure, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Judge, at this time, I pass the witness.
You may call your next witness.
State calls Ms. Machuca. Ms. Machuca, can you state your name for the record, ma'am?
Elisa Moreno Machuca,
Ms. Machuca, who do you work for?
the Office of the Attorney General, Child Support Division,
And how long have you been working there, ma'am?
6.5 years.
And what are your duties there?
Review and negotiate child support cases.
Do you calculate retroactive child support, ma'am?
Yes,
And did you do that here?
yes.
And what were your findings?
My findings so starting on my calculations for January 1st of 2021 through June 2nd of 2025. So for 2021, based on minimum wage, $1,256.67, with the net of $1,159.87 for 12 months at $232 support based on 20%. Gives me a total for the year $2,784. For 2022 gross, $1,440. The net of $1,310.85 for 9 months. Child support $262 based on 20%. Gives me for the 9 months $2,358. Also for 2022 for 3 months based on $1,256.67, net of $1,159.87 for the 3 months, at $231 a month based on 20%, a total of $693. For 2023, gross was $983, net of $907.81 for 12 months, gives me $136 a month based on 20%, totaled out to $1,632. For 2024 gross, $1,325, net $1,216.14 for 12 months at $243 a month based on 20%, totaled out to $2,916. For 2025, for 3 months, I got a gross of $694 with a net of $640.91. For the 3 months, it was $96 a month based on 20%, gave me a total of $288. For 3 months of 2025, I got a gross of $1,256.67 with a net of $1,159.87 based on $232 a month. At 20% was $696. The subtotal I got was $11,367. $50 credit gave me a total of $11,317.
Judge, at this time, I offer State's Exhibit 2 into evidence based
Okay,
on Ms. Machuca's testimony.
Ma'am, do you have any objection to me admitting State's Exhibit number 2? into
No, ma'am.
evidence? State's Exhibit number 2 is admitted, and I'm trying to look at my notes, but if I can read these tiny little notes. I don't think you mentioned that as part of the agreements. Does Mom not agree?
She's in agreement, Your Honor. I can recall her and ask her if she's in agreement as to those
That's
numbers.
okay. I just was, I hate to assume. And I don't,
Yeah.
did I miss it when you said it? I thought I wrote down everything.
Honestly, Judge, I can't remember.
Okay, I just don't see it, so it made me think it was not an agreement. Okay.
Ms. Pennington, as to the retro amount and the $50 credit that you testified to, you're in agreement as to those numbers, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Is there a proposed payout, or should I just come up with one?
Your Honor, I would say a proposed payout is $75 a month towards that, starting July 1st with the child support and the cash medical.
Do you have any other questions of Ms. Machuca?
No, Your Honor, and she could be excused.
Ms. Pennington, do you have any questions for Ms. Machuca?
No, no, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. You may be excused, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
And do you have anything further, Mr. Degmation?
No, Judge, I believe that's it.
Okay, I'm going to find Mr. Vales in default, and grant a default against him. I'm going to find he is not the father of Danae Pennington Vales, and exclude him as the biological father of that child. I'm going to find he is the biological father of Devea, based on the genetic testing results, and establish the parent-child relationship between him and Devea, and leaving Devea's last name Vales. I'm going to appoint Ms. Pennington as the sole managing conservator and Mr. Vales as the possessory conservator. I'm ordering visits the first Saturday of the month from 1 to 5, pick up and drop off at the Texas City Police Station, with visits to be supervised by Mr. Vale's mother. The person picking up and dropping off the child must include his mother. It's optional if he does it, but it can either be him or his mother, or just his mother, or his mother and another competent adult. But his mother must be there. So it must be his mother or another competent adult, not him alone.
Yes, ma'am.
Does that make sense, Mr. Degmation?
Yes.
And be careful how you draft that so that it can't be read as him.
Yes, ma'am.
His mother might deem that another competent adult. So you might just want to bluntly write, it cannot only be him.
Cannot only be him.
And then child support is being set at minimum wage, based on the testimony presented. It's $225 per month beginning July 1st, 2025. So Mr. Vales is ordered to pay Ms. Pennington child support of $225 each month beginning July 1st, 2025. Ms. Pennington is ordered to continue with the government or medical assistance program, and Mr. Vales is ordered to pay her cash medical support of $35 each month beginning July 1st, 2025. I'm granting the non-disclosure request for Ms. Pennington. I'm ordering that she has the right to determine the primary residence of Tavea within Galveston or any county that touches Galveston County. And I'm ordering back child support based on the testimony presented in the amount of $11,317 as of today, June 2nd, 2025. I'm ordering that he pay that back at a rate of $75 each month, beginning July 1st, 2025. And I'm ordering that he pay court costs to Galveston County on or before June 2nd of 2026. And so the state's going to finish drafting the order based on my ruling today, and then they will send it to you through DocuSign to review and sign off on.
Judge, one more thing. Did you also say app close?
Oh, no, I'm going to grant the app close. I'm not sure if I said it or not.
Okay, perfect.
And if before you leave, Mr. Damation, Ms. Harper, you might want to give him host abilities. So I think everything else is done.
Yes, Your Honor, everything else is done. That was the last one.
So Ms. Harper, you can stop the recording. If you want to help Ms. Pennington to the breakout room, Mr. Damation, and you'll be made.
Thank you.
Thank you, and good luck going forward, ma'am.
Thank you.